plus mixers. And we're going. Welcome to our pig farm. Here is our selection of Whistle Pig at this point.
Yep, and we know that there's other Whistle Pig out there. We're missing a few. We get it. What we've done though is we've started collecting, and the challenge that I see online, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's just a handful of people, but I think people hate on it because of the low proof and the high price.
And what is high price? I'm getting more along. Like bowling, if I bowl over 100, I'm doing good. I don't care anymore, even though I carry a high average. But up to 100 is a good thing for me. I know. Also, this is
100 what?
Give me the 100 proof, and $100. That's, they try to match that up, but these taste great for the price. I know it's gimmicky. Some of the stuff, the solo stove, and this drove across country in a truck, but it works.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing, it's different. I like it.
And I would agree with most people out there. Low proof usually means low taste, not low complexity in the bourbon itself. But these defy though that tradition. These, even at the low proof, are very full-bodied whiskeys. Sorry, because these are technically whiskeys. Whistle Pig does do a few bourbons. This one's a bourbon. They have like one or two other ones, but out of our lineup here, this is the only one that's over $100. Everything else is under $100. And
well, I don't recall how much I paid for this one.
That's true.
You can't get it. I don't think you can get it anymore. It was one truck full, which is 60 barrels-ish, give or take, and that's all that it was. I don't know if you can get some. Let me know. I would like another bottle because we drink that. We don't. I'm not. Every occasion is a special occasion. So, every day above dirt is a good day.
It's a good day.
Don't save it on that. All right, tasting or reviewing.
Let's review.
Anything else? Your standard 100% rye, 96 proof, aged 6 years.
And according to the internet, they're the first ones to come out with 100% rye.
Oh, that pig wants to get me drunk.
And I believe this is a 96 proof?
96, there's a point. 96.56.
So there
very
you go.
Important.
Yeah, you can't forget the 0.56.
But 100% rye, and I like ryes, and that's very. I'm sweet today.
For being 100% rye, that's got a really sweet nose.
But now I'm not sophisticated, as we all know.
I don't
know what that other.
And
tell me.
I've said this before. I get honeysuckle.
And I need honeysuckle to smell because I don't know what that is.
I get honeysuckle, and maybe I shouldn't be getting honeysuckle.
It doesn't smell like diesel fuel, so I don't know.
But
yeah,
it's got a really. It's got. It smells good.
That is a rye whiskey. That's a loaf of bread in a glass.
The amazing thing to me about this is 100% rye, which means there's nothing else in it but rye, and it's really smooth. You get the peppery back in. The finish is peppery. I get a little caramel in there as well. Not a lot of burn. I don't even really get a hug to it.
Give it a second. Very nice to look at it. I'm getting way more into the bourbon thing as we start this channel, so I just like it. And it's not very expensive. No, pause. We got to keep it rolling, wife says, the director.
Sorry, I was enjoying it.
She's cute though. I don't know what to say. It's good. I like it. and that's why we have a couple bottles on the shelf.
No, it's really good. And I'm not a rye fan. I'm learning to like ryes. But
Because of Whistle Pig.
yeah, and anybody out there that is starting down the rye journey, that's a good bottle to start with. That's a great bottle. For 100% rye, it's very smooth. Not a lot of burn to it. Very, very good bourbon. Oh, sorry, I keep saying bourbon. It's a whiskey. It's a very good whiskey. I need someone with a ruler to slap my hands every time I call this a bourbon.
Whiskey, we need a big light. Yeah, I could just enjoy that.
All right, what else do you have for us?
Next, my selection is a wheat and rye, camp stock rye. We learned about this by going down the YouTube rabbit hole after we bought this one. We're like, what is this? And the biggest thing was we mixed this. I don't think I've ever tried it like how we're going to try it right now.
In fact,
We straight
I
up
don't think I have
went
either.
straight to old fashioned with their what is it?
Maple
syrup. So it's bourbon barrel aged maple syrup, and then we have a special chocolate bitters.
that we picked up at an Italian bar in Reno, interestingly enough.
And that guy knows his stuff about mixing. Yeah. Anywho, this is 85% wheat, and I don't know what their proprietary toasting Whistle Pig 6 is. Number 6 toast. I don't know what it is special. Haven't looked it up.
They set the toaster to 6.
6 minutes. And 15% rye on a one char, and then it's aged. I don't know how long. Then they're mixed, but the barrels are charred over solo stoves. So gimmicky,
Yeah.
but it's 1400 degrees, and they slow burn it. But they use old oak barrels, I believe, as the fuel in the solo stove. So the smoke gets into there as well, and that's what this one is. And I'm not a big wheat fan, but this makes an amazing old fashioned. Also on the bottle, there's a QR code. You scan that with your phone, and it gives you all kinds of recipes. You just follow that recipe for that old fashioned, and you will be going through bottles of this around a campfire. We will be doing that later
Yes, we will.
after the clank.
All right, nothing broke.
Yes, there's no alcohol abuse going on this table.
Yeah, you get that sweet corn.
But yeah, and just very similar on the nose. Look, I'm talking sophisticated.
This reminds me, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Frey Ranch 100% wheat on the nose.
Yes.
That's what that reminds me of.
More bite to me.
It has a, wow.
Light, still no Kentucky hug.
It's got a little more of a pepper taste to it than I would expect based on
But I
the
get
nose.
the caramel. Something exciting's happening.
Yeah, I get caramel on the back end.
Cool caramel going down, and then let me adjust this.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Very very rude.
Your phone is being rude.
I know what. I'm processing.
I blame the director.
I'm just making sure. Okay, no more distractions. Crap, getting less and less wanting to talk. I just want to drink.
That's good. Yeah, you get really sweet corn on the nose, but when you first drink it, it's a little warm, and then as it mellows, I get caramel and a little bit of vanilla.
Oh yeah, and like we said, this makes an amazing old fashioned.
Yes,
I
it
think
does.
they put a toasted marshmallow on there too. We don't.
It's a
We don't do that.
It's a
The
s'mores. old
s'mores,
fashioned.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'll do these two on the end, and then we'll finish up in the middle.
All right. One's hard to get.
All right. So this is one of the newer bourbons from Whistle Pig. This was released just a couple weeks ago. It is the Snout and Tell edition, and this is a bourbon. It's distilled in Kentucky, bottled at Whistle Pig in New York. What's interesting about this is it's a 10-year bourbon, but the barrel ends are toasted differently. One end is toasted with the number 1, and one end is toasted with the number 2, and then they rotate it so that it adds a different flavor complexity to it during the rotation. Now, I just opened this bottle today, and I say I, actually, the director took all the plastic off it for us. But this is the first time we're going to try it. So, again, it's a 10-year, it's 88 proof, so let's check it out.
Yeah, we don't know how many times or how often they turn it during the aging. Like, is it just once at 5 years? Is it once a year? Is it whatever? But they got cool machines. That one they got on YouTube. They have a thing. Short. I think they have a YouTube short about it.
About
forklift
yeah.
where they grab it. They don't store the barrels flat. They store them upright on pallets, so they can grab a whole pallet and then it just flips it over and they put it back in. So pretty cool how they do that.
So for those of you who don't know, Whistle Pig's actually based out of Vermont. So you get a lot of different flavors from some of the Vermont oak on some of their whiskeys. But this one is a bourbon, so it was done in new American oak barrels.
Vermont oak.
These are Vermont oak.
Vermont oak
Oh,
barrels.
that's what the interweb says. It's
Oh, that's an interesting. On the
much
nose.
sharper on the nose. That's
I
what
get it. I get a nutty flavor. I know that the internet says cashews. I don't know if that's what I'm smelling, but it's definitely nutty.
So we should grab a handful of cashews.
It's got a very light.
It's light but sharp. Like, I was like, ooh, in my burn going in. Caramel and oak.
I get corn. I get a little bit of corn. Maybe like some dried nuts, roasted nuts.
Like a trail mix. I'm getting orange peel.
Yeah,
Orange peel on the lips
that's
is what
good.
I'm.
That's really good. For being 88 proof, this bourbon is there's a lot going on. Now that I let it sit a little longer, I get like a pie crust.
There's a sandwich in every bottle.
Well, with the nut, would it be like a pecan pie crust or a
It's-
almond?
yeah,
Almond?
it could be cashew. It's been a long time since I've had cashews, but there's definitely a nutty presence to it.
Yep. So weird how they're so different. But these ones are all different. That's a mixed bourbon. This is a wheat. This is 100% rye. And I'd drink them all. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, look at the fingers left on that.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see that, look how well those fingers. It just leaves such a.
All right. To the non-sophisticated individual, what the F does that mean?
It's the way it clings to the glass. As you can see the way it clings.
I describe it as the thickness. So that's how many. So okay. Yeah. That's how I describe as thick, and it's.
That's got. Huh?
Do that again.
But
Showing the thickness.
oh, it's gone now.
Oh.
Mine's all the way up here.
Yeah, but yeah, it left fingers all over the glass. That's characteristics of a very, very good bourbon. And like I said, for 88 proof, that bourbon's got a lot going on. So don't always knock the bourbon because it's low proof. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. Because I used to do that too when I first got into this. I used to think, If it wasn't over 94 proof, it wasn't worth my time. And I'm slowly learning that that was an incorrect way to think.
On what we like. Everybody might like some.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody will completely disagree with us,
And that's okay.
and well, yeah, good for you. Go for it. I don't.
That's
I like this. So many people are hating on it.
that's the beautiful thing about bourbon, is we can sit here and share the same thing, and you and I aren't going to taste the same thing. We're
And
not
I'll
going to
be
smell the
sitting there-
same thing.
And I'll be sitting there with a solo cup and some Coke, and he'll be like, "Oh, but it's good. But it's good. I can drink more when I fill it up." All right, next.
The best way to drink bourbon is the way you like to drink bourbon.
With the people you like.
All right. So this one is their 12-year Old World Rye. Sorry, they have another rye too. I need to make sure I was looking at the right one. So this is their 12-year Old World Rye. So this is actually aged in new oak barrels for 12 years, and then it's finished in wine casks. It could be either a Madeira cask, a port cask, and there's a third one on their website, and I'm gonna butcher the name, Saturnus, and that could be wrong, could be right, I don't know. It's 86 proof. This is the bottle that turned me on to Whistle Pig. I was at an event for work, and one of the vendors that was at the event brought the full Whistle Pig lineup through the 18-year. And this was the bottle right here that I was like, okay, I've been taking Whistle Pig for granted. I need to get it more into the Whistle Pig brand and figure out and figure things out. And I'm glad I did, because these are wonderful expressions.
Now, you said the different casks. Is there different selections of that, or are they blended?
It's all blended.
Okay.
As you can see, based on how much is left in this bottle, this is definitely my favorite. Now this one's a little more expensive. This one's about $174,
Thank you for sharing.
but it's worth every penny. This is an amazing whiskey.
Oh, yeah, look at its stick.
The viscosity. It's like an engine.
It's like a 020. For all you engine dorks out there.
So yeah, you can pick up the sweetness from the wine on the nose. A little bit of you can get the grape. Also a little bit of oak is what I get. I get a little bit of grape, a little bit of oak. It's kind of a sweet smell.
Green grapes is what I get.
It's extremely smooth. Not a lot of burn up front. You get just a hint of rye on the back end, but I get
It's oak and vanilla to me, and it's just, yeah, it's so smooth.
yeah. I get a sweetness, a little bit of citrus, and the longer you let it sit, you get vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a great whiskey.
Why is it so weird? That one's a 3-sipper because that's expensive.
No, I love that bottle. That is by far, because at that event I got a chance to taste the 13-year, the 18-year. Got a chance to taste them all, and by far this is my favorite bottle of Whistle Pig.
I can see why.
Did you get to taste the Boss Hog?
Yeah, I've had Boss Hog a couple times. Boss Hog is good, don't get me wrong, but for the price, this is by far my favorite bottle of Whistle Pig.
Something you can potentially afford to put on your shelf.
Exactly.
All right, yours are mine.
Go ahead.
All right. This, I don't remember where or why I picked it up, but I think it was around the same time you were trying that. This is their Roadstock rye, and I don't believe they're ever going to do it again. If you can find a bottle, please pick up a bottle and
send a bottle to Matt. So
message
get
me
two.
and we'll figure out how to get some, because we were just sitting here enjoying ourselves and got down to there and noticed that there was the scan on the back, so we watched the video about it and went, oh crap, they're not going to make it anymore. Maybe we shouldn't finish it in one day.
Yeah.
But what it is they put it in a rolling rick house. So they load up 60-ish barrels into a semi-truck, half of which has already been aged. What did we find out? 5-6 years?
It's 5 or 6 years, yeah.
And then they take half of those barrels and they transfer them into whole wine casks. I can't remember from where. I didn't write it down. And then those are going to go all the way to California and back. But while in California, the other half of the barrels are taken and transferred into beer casks from Firestone Walker Brewing. So they're put into beer barrels. Dog's dying over there. Beer barrels, and then they take the 6,000-mile trip back to Vermont, where it is then blended and bottled. And this also makes, this was all on the rocks for me, every bit of it. And I'm not a neat or on the rocks fella. Well, on the rocks, yes.
We're going to get him there
But-
eventually.
Well, I'm getting better with every tasting, I tell you that. But yeah, so yeah, once again, if you can find it, I'd like to have another bottle of it. I can't seem to find it.
You get a hint of the wine up front on the nose. But if you've ever had the Firestone Imperial Stout, you can definitely pick up that stout flavor if you leave your nose in there long enough.
You can tell that it was in a different barrel. And it lightens up. I mean, I don't know if you can see on camera, but this is the lightest one that they have, and it's aged just as long as this one.
It's
and
covered by the label.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but it is
Turn
a
it
whole
sideways.
lot lighter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, once again, you can't base it on the color. But
And if you're a beer guy and you haven't had any of the Imperial Stouts from Firestone, I recommend them. I'm a huge stout fan. I'm not big on other types of beer. I mean, Pilsners are okay. I'll drink a Corona every now and then, but I love Imperial Stouts. All right, got off topic for a second.
so, I don't know the difference. Because it is 100% rye, but that's what you taste is the rye. You're chewing on a piece of rye from the field.
Yeah, I get the rye up front, but now the sweetness from the wine barrels is kicking in.
And normally I don't like that. Sherry or wine cask.
Yeah, on the back is I pick up the sweetness from the wine.
I get nothing on the side of the tongue.
I
on this
do.
one.
I do. Well, not on the side of the tongue. Back here I get the sweetness from the wine. It was a little sharp up front, but it wasn't a big bite, and it didn't last long.
I wish I was more sophisticated because it's a total different flavor, but I don't. Other than saying it's very rye, I mean it's a rye whiskey.
The longer you let it sit, you can pick up a little hint of the darkness from the stout.
And what did you just do?
I put a little splash of water in there because we drank that in a couple drinks, and mine was all on the rocks. And so you put a little dash of water in there, and it changes it up so much.
I like it.
Much more sharp, but it's a very light Very light tasting, and this also makes an amazing old fashioned.
What's the proof on that one?
Plain and simple. What, the fingers?
No.
What do you want me to do,
The
lady?
proof.
The proof on this. Shoot, they don't want to tell us. 86.
86.
The lid.
Oh yeah, it's a rubber tire lid. You need a write-on wipe-off board right there.
The director's giving us orders, but we've been drinking.
We are not good. I am not good at Pictionary or
Charades.
Charades. No, it's a rubber tire lid. Just grab it.
This is very cool.
It is a cool lid. Or a
Again,
stopper.
it's low proof, but it's very complex. There's a lot going on in there.
Yep. And now I don't know. No, we'll keep this one until I can find another bottle, and then we'll have a finishing party.
There you go. I like it. Okay, our last one in the pig farm today. This here is a 10-year single barrel rye. Now they have a 10-year, what did I say, 10-year small batch? 10-year small batch. This happens to be a single barrel. This was made specifically for Total Wine. So you're only going to find this at Total Wine. And this one's going to be a little different. So this is a 10-year single barrel. It's 106 proof. So it's higher proof than most anything else that Whistle Pig puts out. And I'm excited to try it. That's about all I know about it, because you can't find it on their website because it was bottled specifically for Total Wine.
New and fresh.
Oh,
Pop. Ah. Oh, another t-shirt. Goodness.
yeah, I'm pouring them a little light because we've got a few more videos to make where we're gonna do some old fashioned stuff.
We're not able to get together all the time. So we need to make a few videos in a row, and you might be able to tell by the third one if we keep going. I don't know if we will. So 10-year barrel select.
Yep, single barrel. Oh yeah, that's got.
There's your oak right there.
Yeah, that's oaky. A little bit of smoke. You pick up that rye. Holy
That's got a rye bite.
crap, that's smooth.
Exactly, 100% different. That's a rye bite, but good. If I do this, that's not smooth.
See,
that's why they like the videos.
Exactly.
Someone's gonna get it and not go, that's not smooth at all.
I think it's smooth, and it's got a great rye flavor to it. You can pick up that spice, and I pick up some citrus. Yeah, I would agree with you, allspice. And I pick up some citrus on the back end. That's
You were
good.
eating oranges before you drank it.
That was good.
Oh yeah, that'll be
Yeah, there's
fabulous with an ice cube.
the second drink I get orange peel. Definitely pick up the allspice now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a wonderful complex whiskey. I really like that. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I know it was under $100. So if you go to Total Wine and you see it, pick it up. That's a good whiskey,
I like them all, and all for different reasons.
right?
That totally changed once again. If you don't like it, try a splash of water or some ice cubes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it was.
I will say, in conclusion, I will give you guys some homework to pick up. In conclusion, I will give you guys an assignment, homework assignment. Pick a bottle of whiskey or bourbon that you like. Find some friends that you like and enjoy it responsibly. And once again, thanks for watching.
And if you do your homework, please post it. You don't have to give names. Just say, "Hey, I shared it with a buddy. I shared it with my dad, whatever." and just post it. Let us know how your experience was. Bourbon's supposed to be something you share with your friends, have a good conversation.
What's the documentary to watch again?
Neat.
Neat. Watch Neat, and he will explain it to you, Freddie.
Freddie from Buffalo Trace.
It changed. Yeah.
Because this is what bourbon's about. Bourbon's about friends sitting around, whether it's in your house, around a campfire, even out fishing, whatever.
The stories get better.
Bourbon is meant to be shared with your friends and your family and good company.
Thanks for watching.